RPR 225 Q&A practice test. Ready? Here we go. Detective Jones, how are you employed and assigned? I'm employed by the White County Sheriff's Department as a deputy. I'm currently assigned in the West Valley Station detective on May 9th of 2011. Where were you assigned? To the Homicide Division, and on that date at about 3:20 in the morning. Did you go to a house on Lee Drive in Banning? I did. And what was the role assigned to you in that investigation? I helped with different matters. The first thing, an interview of Mr. Joe Dodd, and then I was also present for the coroner contact and collection of evidence. Okay, so at the time you got there, was somebody named Joe Dodd also there? Yes, he was. And do you see Mr. Dodd here in the courtroom? I do. For the record, would you tell the court where he is seated and describe an item of clothing that he's wearing? Seated at the other end of the table from you, wearing a dark gray or black suit with a blue shirt, blue tie. You said you interviewed the defendant, right? I did. Where did this interview take place? At the Banning Station in Banning. Okay, without telling us anything he said at the time you interviewed him. This was before the body roll, as they call it. Yes, sir. So at the time of the interview, did you know that there was a bullet wound to Ms. Dodd? No, sir. We had no idea what the cause of death was at that point. Okay, then the interview ended, right? Yes, sir. You went back to the house on Lee Drive. Yes, sir. And did a coroner investigator named Ron Allen show up there, or was he there when you got there? They came later. Okay, and did Mr. Allen conduct and supervise the placing of Ms. Dodd into a yellow bag for transport to the morgue? Yes, sir. Were you present for that? I was. Okay, do you know what Exhibit 12 is a picture of? Yes. You can see the yellow bag that the deceased was placed into, and the upper part of the picture is the deceased. Okay, let me put Exhibit 13 on the screen. Do you know what is shown in Exhibit 13? That is the victim lying on top of the body bag. Okay, and at some point, did you notice a possible injury on the victim? Yeah, the first thing we noticed was actually a hole in the t-shirt. Okay, you saw that first, yes, and then what happened? A little while later, the t-shirt was removed and there was a hole in the bra of the victim. And was the bra then moved away? Yes, the bra was removed and there was what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the right breast of the victim. Okay, and let me put Exhibit 14 on the screen. Do you know what Exhibit 14 would be? That appears to be the gunshot wound to the right breast, and I don't know if you can see it well on that screen, but can you see any sort of hole in the bra from where you are? Yes, sir. Is there a laser pointer there? It appears to be this here. For the record, you're pointing the laser pointer at an area in the upper right part of the photo, a few inches from the red bullet wound, correct? Yes. And that injury that you see there, the bra had to be moved in order to see that. That's correct. Okay, what time was it that the body roll occurred? 13:45 hours, so 1:45 p.m., correct. The next day, May 10th, did you interview the defendant a second time at the sheriff's station? I did. At that time, was he told that his wife had been shot? No. Okay, why not? The decision was made to not notify anyone as to the cause of death, so it would be known only by the investigators how the victim died. You said that there were a number of people that did know the cause of death. Is that correct? Just the investigators. So that would be the investigators that were at the scene. Was there still any firefighter, paramedics at the scene when the body was rolled? No, sir. They had left quite a while before that. So what we have then is people that investigated it and the people that do the work in your organization. That happens when you compile your reports and information. Is that correct? The investigators on scene were the only ones that knew what the cause of death was at that point. Well, when you say investigators, who do you refer to? Myself, the homicide team, the CSI people who took the photos, and the coroner and coroner transport people. Okay, thank you. On May 10th, when you did your second interview with the defendant, was Gina Richards and George Maxey there at the sheriff's headquarters also? They were. Let's go back to the 3 bags you got from Detective Taryn. Okay. I'm assuming that there was more items than just 2 in those 3 bags. Yes, sir. What else was in the bags? I could read the list if you would like, please. Thank you. 1 pair of blue cargo shorts, 1 pair of briefs, t-shirt, socks, a plaid jacket, blue denim shorts. Did you say there were 2 pairs of shorts in there? There were. And these bags were given to the various people that finally got them to you. Is that correct? I received them from Detective Taryn. That's my direct chain. It's from him. Thank you. And then you put them in individual bags so that they are separated. I wrapped each piece in a separate piece of brown paper and taped it shut. Okay, that is for cross-contamination purposes. Yes, okay, you used the word beneath when you were saying where you found the gun in the chicken coop. Detective Taryn said that the weapon was behind things. Was that what you found? What was blocking the view was a drawer and a black plastic bag full of items, so to me it was beneath. I see the items that were on top. It was hidden from view and blocked by those items. The detective said that from where the gun was found, a person could throw it there. Would you agree with that? Could throw it there? In other words, a person in the middle of the room could take that gun and throw it behind the ladder. Would you agree with that? Yes. All right. That will conclude our 225, our RPR 225 Q&A practice test.